Guys, okay, I am getting ready to go jogging. I just started vlogging for the first part in this day, so it may just end up being a random clip. Not, I guess, that matters because sometimes my editing style is just random. Sometimes it's a whole obvious progression of my day that makes sense, but sometimes they're just choppy clips, and that's just how it goes, you know? But I'm putting on sunblock because, girl, not no more. I'm not going out in the sun without sunblock. I have way too much high pigmentation or high. I swear, I get this camera on me and I blank more than you know. I'm like Chandler from Friends whenever he's completely fine, but then he's got to take his engagement photos or wedding photos or whatever it is, and he just folds like a deck of cards. That's me. Videos. Okay, I told myself I was not going to go jogging. I was like, no, your day off. Your body needs to rest. But somehow, here I am, strapping my knee strap on. And I'm gonna go use my app again, the Zombies Run. I talked about it on my Instagram. It was hilarious, some of you guys' DMs that you sent me. Why am I doing this? Why can't I just sit on the couch and do nothing? Somebody help me. And the worst part is I come back and I eat Swiss cake rolls and cinnamon rolls and the whole counting calorie thing. It's not good. I don't know why I have no self-control. So the fact that I'm like jogging but I'm coming back to eating chocolate just like cancels out all of my hard efforts. Okay, I'm not gonna turn this into a whole thing. I'm gonna go run. I'll check back and let you know if any zombies caught me. I didn't say on my live, but the first time I used the app, 2 zombies got me out of the 3. 2 out of the 3. So, okay, bye. Here's what I wanted to do with this clip. I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging the rest of the day, but I, for whatever reason, wanted to kind of get this on camera if it works. So the audio in my car stopped working, which was incredibly weird. It didn't really make any sense to me. And of course, the first thing that I always do, and that's why I wanted to get this on camera, so that you guys could kind of like see things that I do that I don't normally share, just like random things like this, for example. So instead of automatically going to a shop where I'm sure I'm going to be quoted way too much to fix this problem, and I have, listen, not to turn this into a whole thing, but ever since the whole fiasco with my daughter's car, when she got into that car wreck and that person hit her, and the way that I was treated from the, I'm saying it, from Service King, it was awful. And the word traumatized is a little over the top, but I definitely feel this intense distrust for anything car related. I really do. I don't trust anybody, especially when you're just like this, you know, lone female, and you just don't know that people are like taking advantage of you or not. Like, for example, I didn't mention this, but right before I moved my daughter up to college, literally right before she went to college, and we had just gotten her car back, she didn't have her car all summer. There's a whole video story time about it. I'm taking this way too far for this clip, but I'm already here. I'm already rolling with it. But her tire, like there were noises coming from like her steering, like turning and stuff. And I was panicking because I didn't know how severe it was. And we literally heard this like the day before we were moving her up there. And I tried to get her car in like that very day, and there was just no, and apparently she had been hearing it though. She had been hearing this noise since like we picked up the car after the whole thing. They literally had her car for like it was forever. I'm diving off, I'm sorry, let me refocus here. Anyway, she had been hearing the sounds, but I didn't know about the sounds till literally the day before. And so no one was going to be able to take her car and look at it, let alone fix it, and she was going up there. So I said, you know what, I'll drive the car up there, you drive this other car, because we were taking 2 cars to move all our stuff up there. And then I scheduled an appointment for her car to be looked at college. So we did that, and this company told us, quoted us $3,000. And I was just like, what? And I like to do my research because I've been kind of screwed in the past, and this was coming also again right off of the whole car situation from Service King. So immediately I was like, I'm not taking your word for it. I'm gonna have to have a second opinion, maybe even a third opinion, and maybe even do what I need to do and take it to the actual dealership. Because I researched the sounds of her car, and like, and I know I'm diving off here, but I knew it wasn't like the CV joint because it wasn't popping on reverse. It was only popping like on a certain turn. So anyway, it just didn't align up with like what their diagnosis was whatsoever. So I immediately didn't trust them, and I'm still very upset from the whole Service King situation from that whole summer. So I'm like, no. And then so the moment she came back home, I took it to my mechanic that I've always gone to forever, the one guy I trusted, but he couldn't see her car because, again, it was literally, there were only hours, it was like late in the afternoon before we were moving her the next day. So anyway, he sees her car and he's like, no, I don't see anything wrong. And actually the car had stopped making the noise. So I didn't know if maybe like a rock or something, you know, had been stuck and was caught. Like, I didn't know anything. And so I was just kind of like, okay, you know, and that was crazy because there's this one company telling me there's something so severely wrong that it's $3,000. And yeah. Where am I headed with any of this? To first do my research as much as I possibly can. And that way, if I do take it in to see somebody, I can have as much of an educated conversation with them so that, one, they know not to mess with me and that I've done my research and that I'm not, like, don't treat me like I'm stupid, you know, etc. So let's go see if I can actually fix this issue with the car. So my research consists of going on YouTube, and I saw this guy who said, unplug the battery, plug it back in, and it should work. We'll see if that works. If not, it's probably an amp issue, which is going to be unfortunate because that could be costly. But let's see if unhooking the battery works, and I'll show you what it's doing. All right, gonna go ahead and give it a start. So basically, the audio volume control doesn't work at all. There's also a couple of other things that aren't working as well. So that's kind of interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if I unplugged the battery and plugged it back in, that it would actually fix the issue. So the power works, okay, but there's no sound. As you can see, I'm turning this and there's just nothing, okay? And then I can also control the sound over here. And you would see it, like if the sound was working, you would see the volume control on this little screen, and I'm sitting here doing this and nothing. Also, what doesn't work is any of these like buttons down here when they should. And then if I do this, which I can change the bass control, and I could go up, see that? Doesn't work. So this doesn't work, but these buttons to change the radio station works. but absolutely no sound. Like, it's literally not triggering. So to me that means that there's probably nothing wrong with the amp. It is either an electrical issue, or maybe I need to just unhook the battery and it'll like reset whatever. The hood, and let's see if I can fix this myself. Alright, so here's my battery. How many of you ladies have completely exited out? But I need to disconnect the positive only. So I need to get something to unscrew this bolt. Alright, I got the bolt off of here, so I'm just trying to wiggle this off so that I can have a full disconnection, but... Alright, so here's the test. I got the battery back on. Hey, you don't need no mans. You don't need no mans. I'm so excited. This is what I was hoping would happen in this clip. I definitely wanted to just put out, like, I guess my own experiences of doing your own research, just double checking. They probably would have quoted me so much money. It's like a computer, ladies. Just do a reboot. Your battery is a reboot of the brains in your car. Anyways, obviously don't touch the battery if it scares you, and be careful because you do not want to get the negative and the positive to So, but anyways, I'm so excited. I fixed my own car. I feel invincible. Did you hear me, that neighbor? Did you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna go ride my high by eating a cinnamon roll.